welcome back for another book review. Today we're talking about this one. So this is Crystals for Beginners, a guide to collecting and using stones and crystals by Corrine Kenner. Again with names, but this one. So kind of, as the title would suggest, this is about crystals, but not in the way we're used to seeing. Pretty much anytime we pick up a crystal book, I've talked about so many on the channel. If you're curious, there's a lot of them. But whenever we talk about crystal books, typically we're going over individual crystals. And it goes a little bit into like what they are, stuff like that, but then really it's just a list of the crystals. This has that, but it's a very small portion of the book. Instead, it goes over some like really random stuff of like, first of all crystals are like, they have certain things that all crystals do, like all crystals help you balance your body, mind, and spirit. They can receive and store energy. They can help you tap into your inner wisdom. I'm not gonna read them all, but they can help you develop a richer, more rewarding dream life with happier dreams and better dream recall. All crystals boost your confidence and self-esteem. All crystals help you be more creative. All crystals help you develop your logical ability. All crystals, like, can clarify your thoughts, help you in relationships, draw luck and good fortune, can help you feel rich, can offer insight into your destiny. And yeah, it's got that kind of like, all crystals do that. Then it goes over a few crystals. Then it talks about like crystal types. Like, do you remember back in like elementary and middle school where you were learning about igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary? I'm sure I'm mispronouncing words, but remember all those and how they grow? Yeah, that's a thing. Then you have like sacred geometry and how like just the colors of the crystals mean stuff, how they grow. Like, you've got a lot of stuff that, I mean, one thing I will say is it doesn't warn you about water as much. It tells you about salt more than water for cleansing your stones, so just be careful. But yeah, it goes over like so many random things that are not exactly like a normal book, you know? So it goes over a lot. It goes over the chakras, because of course you got crystal grids, the wheel of the year at a crystal grid, healing baths, elixirs, kind of used to those, healing your pets, distant healing. Like, you got a lot of everything, and then eventually you do get into the list. Not all stones, but some. And it did go over a few in the beginning. Of course, no conclusion. Why would we have that? So I did give this one a 4 out of 5 because it's nice to get a different perspective. You know, a lot of times we get the books that all regurgitate the same information. This one did not. It had some new stuff in there that most books aren't talking about. A little more sciencey on some stuff, just a little bit of other randoms. So I liked that it had some different information. If you are beginning into your crystal journey, this might be a good one to grab. Is it the be-all end-all? No. I think you could definitely use some other books along with it. But I feel like this gives you a broader sense of crystals and not so much the individual ones of like, oh, well, you need to know what rose quartz and tiger's eye and carnelian are all about. Like, it also will tell you, like, do you know which type it is? Because I don't ever. And it talks about, you know, like geodes and stuff. Like, there's a lot of information in here that a lot of the books don't go into that I think is a really good way to kind of beef out your knowledge on crystals if it's something that you're going to get into a lot more. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to other book talks, to my audiobooks, potentially a weekly reading, I'm feeling like maybe starting to do that, and then also for some monthly vlogs and check-ins and stuff, you can head over to patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. It means the world to me. Thank you to all my Patreon peeps. Y'all make my day. And of course, here on the main channel, thank you for liking and commenting and subscribing, watching to the very end of my kind of short rambly videos. But, you know, sometimes I feel like you just gotta read the book. I'm just giving you a vibe of the book. And then you gotta see if it's one you actually want to do. That's why I highly suggest you use your local library, because they're awesome. Because there's so many of these books I would not buy, but I'm glad I got to read it. So check out your library and see what they have. Am I sponsored? No, I don't think libraries sponsor people, but also just go to your local library. Like, literally, as I'm waiting for camera to underheat between recording videos, I'm listening to a book. Like, Libby is the bomb.com. So if you've never checked out Libby, you should also do that. You just enter your library card and then you can rent audiobooks and ebooks. I don't do ebooks because I can't, but audiobooks, so long as it's not fiction, I can kind of focus. I don't know what it is, but they don't have a huge selection of witchy books, I must admit, but sometimes you can find a few. I'm listening to Louise Hay right now and she's kind of calling me out and I'm not digging it. But anyways, so if you've never listened to The Totality of Possibilities, I usually don't agree with her, and then some of her points I'm like, shut up! This is my thing with Louise Hay. I love to hate her so much because it's like, I don't agree with her. I don't love the like, you must forgive. Forgiveness is the key to life. And she's a little more God-focused than I'd prefer. And very much it feels like I'm just gaslighting my way through life. But also like, some of it I'm like, you know, maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. Maybe I need to do that. Like, it's just, this one's weird. If you've listened to it, I would love to hear your thoughts. I'll probably finish this before you finish that audio, because it's only like an hour, and it's not even a book. It's like another one of the live recording things, because sure. But yeah, I'm still curious. Let me know on that one too, if you made it to the very end. Until next time though, blessed be.